नाउ स्टूडेंट्स आवर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज द क्लिंटन ईयर्स। अब हमने ये तो देख लिया कि यूएस हेजेमनी का मतलब क्या है, यूएसए की कितनी ज्यादा डोमिनेंस है इन रिलेशन टू इट्स मिलिट्री पावर, इन रिलेशन टू इट्स इकोनॉमिक पावर, वो हम आगे जाके भी पढ़ेंगे। बट हमें फर्स्ट गल्फ वॉर के एग्जाम्पल से ये पता चलता है कि यूएसए के पास बहुत ज्यादा मिलिट्री पावर है विच इज incomparable to any other military power in any other country in the world. तो हमें ये पता है अब आफ्टर स्टडिंग अबाउट द फर्स्ट गल्फ वॉर दैट यूएस हेजेमनी का सबसे मेन एस्पेक्ट उनकी मिलिट्री पावर है। यूएसए क्यों इतना डोमिनेंट है? बिकॉज मेजरली उनके पास एक बहुत ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग मिलिट्री है। दे हैव अ लॉट ऑफ वेरी एडवांस्ड, टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांस्ड वेपन्स, दे हैव अ टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांस्ड आर्सेनल जो मिलिट्री, उनकी मिलिट्री पावर को भी कंट्रीब्यूट करता है। एंड उनकी ये मिलिट्री पावर इज लाइक वन ऑफ द मेन रीजंस कि यूएसए इतनी ज्यादा डोमिनेंट कंट्री है। और इस यूएस की डोमिनेंस के हमारे को और दो एग्जांपल्स देखने को मिलेंगे विन द क्लिंटन ईयर्स। अब क्लिंटन ईयर्स का मतलब क्या है? तो देखा गया था कि प्रेसिडेंट विलियम जेफरसन क्लिंटन, known as Bill Clinton, he was the president of USA for 8 years from 1993 to 2001. So Bill Clinton had been the president of USA for 8 years straight, for 2 consecutive terms in between during 1993 to 2001. So इस दौरान ऐसे दो इंसिडेंट्स हुए थे। During the Clinton years, there were 2 instances when he exercised U.S. hegemony as a hard power. देखा गया था कि जब प्रेसिडेंट बिल क्लिंटन केम इनटू पावर, ही एक्चुअली उनके कैंपेन में बहुत डोमेस्टिक इश्यूज के बारे में उन्होंने ज्यादा प्रचार किया था एज कम्पेयर टू फॉरेन पॉलिसी इश्यूज। बट ड्यूरिंग द क्लिंटन ईयर्स ऑल्सो there were 2 such instances जब बिल क्लिंटन ने he actually exercised US hegemony as a hard power। जब उसने USA की मिलिट्री पावर डोमिनेंस एक्सरसाइज की थी, उसने मिलिट्री पावर को पावर दी थी टू एक्चुअली शो लाइक टू एक्चुअली symbolize the hegemonic powers of the USA. So there were 2 such instances। जब 2 such ऐसे instances थे क्लिंटन के टेन्योर के दौरान, जब यहाँ पर यूएसए ने अपनी मिलिट्री डोमिनेंस दिखाई थी वर्ल्ड पे। ठीक है, नंबर 1 सबसे पहला इंस्टेंस ये था 1999 में। In response to Yugoslavian actions against the predominantly Albanian population in Kosovo, air forces of NATO countries led by US bombed targets around Yugoslavia for over 2 months. This led to the downfall of the government of Slobodan Milosevic and stationing of NATO forces in Kosovo. अब 1991 में क्या हुआ था? यूगोस्लेविया was the country that time. यूगोस्लेविया में Yugoslavia had a lot of they actually were exercising very like strong control over the Albanian population in Kosovo. Kosovo basically was a province, एक particular region जो यूगोस्लाविया में था, और कोसोवो में Albanian population के against Yugoslavian government was actually suppressing the Albanian population. Albanian population was rising in a movement it was actually a separatist movement that was going on in Kosovo, and this Albanian population was actually suppressed by the Yugoslavian government. Of this particular aspect, the Yugoslavia was a completely different country, capable to manage its own affairs without intervention of any other country. Yet what happened was that जो NATO countries थी, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, जो हमने कोल्ड वॉर के दौरान पढ़ा था कि वेस्ट यूरोपियन कंट्री, NATO was the North Atlantic Treaty Organization was a military alliance between the West European countries and USA. So देखा गया था कि जब यूगोस्लेविया में they were actually suppressing the Albanian population in the province of Kosovo, NATO, the air forces of NATO countries जो US से लीड कर रहा था, they bombed these targets around Yugoslavia for over 2 months. So USA thought that it was its duty to actually intervene in these affairs. Like the USA led air forces of the NATO countries. NATO countries have NATO basically is an alliance, a military alliance between the West European countries and USA, that any action against one of them would be considered as an action against all. So वो सारी NATO countries अपनी military troops किसी एक cause के लिए, किसी एक country के against, किसी एक particular cause के against, they combine and they strike back. So in this particular instance, what happened was कि जो NATO की air forces थी, which were led by USA, they bombed the targets. उन्होंने bombings की यूगोस्लाविया में for over 2 months, 2 महीने से भी ज़्यादा उन्होंने ये bombings continue करी, and this led to the fall of the government of Slobodan Milosevic. Slobodan Milosevic was the leader of Yugoslavia at that time. And इस bombing के बाद NATO air forces की bombing के बाद एक तो कि एक consequence, direct consequence ये हुआ कि Slobodan Milosevic की government fell. Second, the stationing of NATO forces in Kosovo. Kosovo में NATO forces they had stationed themselves to bring peace to the area. So these NATO forces established, they stationed themselves. उन्होंने अपनी वहीं पर अपना they basically NATO forces got established there in the province of Kosovo to bring peace to that region. All right. So this was the first instance during the Clinton years which showed us USA की military dominance. ठीक है. So this was basically when the Yugoslavian actions against Albanian population in Kosovo के response में USA ने NATO की forces, air forces को lead करके they had bombed certain targets around the country, Yugoslavia. This led to the downfall of the Slobodan Milosevic government and the stationing of NATO forces in the province of Kosovo. ठीक है? Now the second instance. In response to the bombing of US embassies in Nairobi, Kenya and Dar es Salaam in Tanzania in 1998, President Bill Clinton ordered Operation Infinite Reach, which was a series of cruise missile strikes on Al-Qaeda terrorist targets in Sudan and Afghanistan. So in this particular instance, what had happened was कि कहीं ऐसी 3 जगहों पे US embassies को बॉम्ब किया गया था. कहाँ पर? नायरोबी में, केन्या में and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Dar es Salaam is a place in Tanzania. All these 3 places US की embassies, जो United States of America की embassies थी इन countries में, नायरोबी में, केन्या में and Tanzania में, Dar es Salaam के अंदर, these US embassies were bombed by the Al-Qaeda. So Al-Qaeda is basically a terrorist organization who believe in extremist Islamic ideas. वो extremist Islamic ideas को follow करते हैं and they're actually a terrorist organization. One of the main people we associate with the Al-Qaeda is Osama bin Laden. So this terrorist organization ने 3 US embassies, 3 countries में 3 US embassies को बॉम्ब किया था. अब इसके रिस्पॉन्स में बिल क्लिंटन ने क्या किया? बिल क्लिंटन ऑर्डर्ड एन ऑपरेशन इन्फिनिट रीच. सो दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑपरेशन इन्फिनिट रीच was a US का individual action against this bombings of US embassies in Nairobi, Kenya and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. This Operation Infinite Reach actually comprised of a series of cruise missile strikes on Al-Qaeda terrorist targets in Sudan and Afghanistan. तो जहाँ पे Al-Qaeda के targets थे, जहाँ पे Al-Qaeda terrorist organization ने अपने टारगेट्स, अपने बेसिस बना रखे थे सुदान में और अफगानिस्तान में. ये 2 कंट्रीज में अल-कायदा के जितने भी टारगेट एरियाज थे, जितने भी उनके टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के स्ट्रक्चर्स थे, कहीं उनके बेसिस थे, वहां पर इस ऑपरेशन इन्फिनिट रीच में क्रूज मिसाइल क्राइसिस हुई, मिसाइल स्ट्राइक्स हुई. ठीक है. So in these series of cruise missile strikes on Al-Qaeda terrorist targets in Sudan and Afghanistan, this meant that USA leading USA की अपनी military without any United Nations का sanction. This was not like the first Gulf War. This was not like Operation Desert Storm that we studied previously. This Operation Infinite Reach was completely USA का अपना individual decision. ये कोई भी United Nations ने कोई resolution नहीं निकाला था कि Operation Infinite Reach होना चाहिए. United Nations ने अपनी permission नहीं दी थी इस operation को go through करने की. तो this particular Operation Infinite Reach was actually done without any sanction from the United Nations. This was completely United States of America का अपना खुद का individual response to these bombings in US embassies. This shows us that how कितने military dominance है अमेरिका का. उन्होंने अपना autonomous action लिया without even asking the United Nations for permission. They had actually conducted a series of cruise missile strikes. मतलब Air Force को उन्होंने use करके missiles को उन्होंने launch किया in Al-Qaeda terrorist targets in the countries of Sudan and Afghanistan, जहाँ पर भी Al-Qaeda के terrorist organization function कर रही थी, जहाँ पर भी उनके bases थे सुदान और अफगानिस्तान में, वहाँ पर उन्होंने bombings की, वहाँ पर उन्होंने cruise missile strikes की. किसने? USA की military ने. So, and this particular Operation Infinite Reach, it was done without the permission of the United Nations. And also, it was alleged that some targets, जो इस cruise missile strikes के targets थे, some of them were actually civilian facilities which were not even connected to terrorism. So this actually shows how USA exerted its military dominance over the countries in the world. कैसे उन्होंने एकदम extreme response लिया to the bombing of US embassies in Nairobi, Kenya and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. So 1998 में जब US embassies पे attack हुआ, जब bombings हुई इन countries में, तो एकदम से बिल क्लिंटन ने ऑर्डर किया कि Al-Qaeda, which was actually held responsible for these bombings, they should be, उनके जितने भी terrorist bases हैं इन सुदान और अफगानिस्तान, इन जगहों पे bombings हो, इन जगहों पे cruise missile strikes हो. And they conducted this military attack without any permission from the United Nations. And this shows how they disregarded international law, how they disregarded the United Nations for their own gain, for their own revenge. And उन्होंने किसी से भी permission नहीं ली. उन्होंने in fact civilian facilities को, जहाँ पर जो civilians रहते थे सुदान और अफगानिस्तान में, जो आम लोग थे, उधर भी उन्होंने bombing करी. And these particular civilians were innocent. These particular civilians were not even connected to terrorism, and yet they had to face the brunt. They had to bear the brunt of USA's military. All right. So these two instances show us how dominant the military of USA is. How Bill Clinton के tenure के दौरान कैसे ये दो instances हुए जब USA actually exerted its military power over the world.